And this woman went all over the place. She spent all of her money. She has nothing left, and her suffering, her condition is not getting any better. And our community, folks, as we look around us, we've got to understand our communities are not getting better. And we wonder what's wrong with our communities, what's wrong with the people around us. Why are we getting worse? Why are we getting more broken? Why are we getting more sinful? Our communities don't know what to do. The people around us don't know what to do. The people without Jesus don't know where to turn. Church, you've got to see this morning. They're broken and they're hurting and they don't know what to do. And this is where we mess up as Christians. Because I told you this is a blueprint. It's like an equation for how God brings change. And we look at this passage and we say, but look, the woman found Jesus and she went up and she grabbed his robe and she grabbed his clothes and he healed her. And it says the blood dried up, the flow of blood dried up immediately and the woman was healed, her disease went away, and that was it. And we say, yay, she found Jesus. She touched his robe and she was healed. And it's so beautiful, this picture of Jesus healing this woman after she searched for years and years and years and spent all that she had. Jesus healed her. Yay, let's celebrate Jesus healed this woman. And church, we mess up when we do this. We miss the mark when we do this because we're missing part of the equation. And one of the biggest problems that our community is facing right now is that we are missing this equation. We're misunderstanding the plan that God has put in place for change. And we view this as a suffering person plus Jesus equals healing. My suffering family member plus Jesus equals healing, equals a transformation, equals a change. And if I could just get Jesus, if they would just find Jesus, then they would be healed. All you have to do is find Jesus. Just go find Jesus and you'll be healed. But church, we've got to understand they don't know. They don't know to find Jesus. They don't know where Jesus is. They have no idea. They're trying. They've tried everything they can just to find an answer. And they're trying and they're trying. They've tried for years and they're not finding anything because they don't know where to turn, church. And we've got to see this, Christians. They're hurting and they're broken and they need an answer and they're crying out for help all around us, but they don't know where to turn. And we're missing the mark as Christians because we sit back and we say, our community needs Jesus. The people around us need Jesus. Our families today need Jesus. Our families are breaking up. Our marriages are breaking up because people need Jesus. And we say, if you would take yourself and you would add in Jesus, then you would have healing. I couldn't tell you how many social media posts I've seen that have that same kind of message. And we say, if they would just find Jesus, they would be healed. But church, that's not the way the Bible lays it out. That's not the way God intends for this to happen. And there's a reason why our communities and the people around us continue to suffer. There's a reason why they're still broken. There's a reason why they're getting worse. It's because they don't know where to find the answer. And we've got to read through this passage again. Verse 25 says, and there was a woman who had had a discharge of blood for 12 years and who had suffered much under many physicians and had spent all that she had and was no better but rather grew worse. She heard the reports about Jesus, and she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his garment, for she said, if I touch even his garments, I will be made well. And immediately the flow of blood dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. Church, we've got to stop missing verse 27. Christians, we have to stop skipping over verse 27. We've got to stop ignoring verse 27 because people are suffering and we've got to understand they don't know where the healing is. This woman received healing not out of her own volition. She didn't find Jesus herself. She didn't discover Jesus herself. This woman received healing because somebody cared about her and loved her enough to go to her and say, look what Jesus did for me. This is what he did for me. This is how he changed my life. This is what he did for my son. I saw him heal my son. I saw him heal my neighbor. This is what Jesus can do for you. This woman was healed from her suffering because somebody loved her enough to tell her about Jesus.